And then I'm gonna share my screen. This one. This one, it's slash refactor. Validation dataset for refactor. That was promoted. So good morning, everyone. And good morning, Missy. Good morning, Bruno, once again. So this is the second sync we have on the refactor evaluation. Since last time, I created an epic for this of the work we need to do to achieve this. And my goal of this sync is to already decide who and when we are going to work on what, like how can we split this work off between us. Uh, and yeah, did anybody see the issues that we add that were added? It was direct output from our last conversation.
I saw them briefly and I thought it made sense. I don't know who it makes sense to take what, but I'm happy to do whatever is necessary.
Mhm. Is there something you would be more comfortable with, or something you would like to be uncomfortable with? That's also a very nice goal to have.
Let me take a closer look.
This LM judge for refactor are the extra ones for V2 that are not really like for the second iteration that are not really. So it's about there is two ideas for yeah, that's right. Two ideas for the data source and two judges that we need to work on. They need to be worked in parallel, right? We can start with one judge and one data set, and then move to the other judge and the other data set. If that's so, I don't know what we can start with. I think functionality is a little bit more complicated. Readability would be the easiest to start with the judge.
I think all the judges are a similar effort, the judging part. Yeah, it's just a prompt change based on the criteria, right?
And
Mm,
I think we already have a few judges in Eli 5, so it should be relatively simple to adapt a case to what we need.
Mm-hmm.
mm, okay. And how's your capacity, Missy? Are you okay with 17.8? Do you need to talk to your manager about this?
No, I think this has been taken into account for 17.8. So yeah,
Okay,
starting in 17.8, I could do some work.
perfect.
I wouldn't mind taking one of the judge
Okay.
ones, if that made sense.
hmm That makes sense. Then um, functionality can be a little bit more complicated if we decide to go functional testing and run the tests that if the dataset provides them, but we don't need to. We can just ask. We'll, we'll need to rely on the guess of the LLM if it's actually running better or not, or it keeps same functionality, but it could be the first start. So, Bruno, do you have any preference?
Yeah, working with the prompts, but I can also, let me see, data source, data set, data source. What is this, the third one? Refactor data set, data
This
source.
is this one. These are the extra. This was the old issue for judges. I just took two of them and split them out for V1 because the first iteration is just same functionality, improved readability and explanation, like explanation on the judge rating. Then we can add performance, side effects, degree to reach to conform to standard guide, explanation of. Okay, this is expected, but the first iteration is just this two um,
Criteria.
judges here, which is these two criteria which I extracted over here.
Yeah, I think if Missy is getting the first judge there, the other ones are the same. Would be pretty much the same prompt, just asking the judge to judge the refactored code based on a different criteria. So I think I can maybe work on the hooking up the data set to Eli 5.
Okay. So yeah, you can take the with the code editor, we can start with the code editor bench, which is an open source and should give us a good ground truth because like it's a sanity check. We know that using public data sources are counted already by the, but it's a good sanity check. If it's failing there, it means it will already fail. Like it's a quick test, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Cool. I can, yeah, I can convert this data set to a format that works with Eli 5, right? And create
Mm-hmm.
the necessary hooks in the library to create a runner, to create a pipeline. I think that it's all together with the data set.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'll pick up the other data set because I think for now those two were pretty fast will work pretty fast. I think I'll reduce this to one because once readability is done, functionality will be quite quick. I think these are twos, or like it would take 2 or 3 days, 3 days to finish, sort of, these tasks. What do you think, Bruno?
Yeah, just it shouldn't be hard to convert to the form. It's just I haven't done this before, right? So there is an unknown there, but it should
Yeah.
be a matter of one day, I believe. Yeah.
And it's also for me, the other unknown is they are doing the single source of truth. They're changing the single source of truth. Like they're doing some work on CEF on how datasets should be located. So I
Mhm.
think we should involve Stefan and just ask Stefan and Alex, where should this go? I assume that for now we could just push to Langsmith, but let's just ask their point, like where would the code for generating this data set, for parsing this data set go? Because we need to store the code somewhere if you want to rerun the data set creation later. Uh, that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, I know that the Eli 5 has a directive in the CLI to, I think it's called dataset creation, something like that.
Collect, I think.
Collect,
It's
yeah. Yes, uh-huh. But cool, yeah. We just need to know where to store it, the data set.
okay. So it was okay. Cool. So I guess this was a quick one. And do we have any out? Something that I want to talk about as well. If we look at the O'Reilly book, AI engineering, the eighth chapter is dataset engineering. So
Oh,
this might be something I will take a look at it this week to see if there's anything useful for us over there. But I would suggest if you can also take a look. It's the next chapter for the AI Learning Club either way, so it makes it easier. Okay,
so will
cool.
you're thinking of combining the first two judge judges there, and then will you assign that off to me?
I think we still split them. I will
Okay.
just reduce this to one.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's have one working well first before we add the second.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Sounds good. So can I assign that one to me just so I have it on my to-dos?
Yeah. Do you want me to sign right now or do you want to sign yourself?
Oh, that would be great if you could.
Okay, so I will
I've,
do the honor.
I'll likely
Assign.
start on it next week after this milestone finishes, but just so I have
Mhm.
it.
I think there will a lot of be, so what we could do, Bruno, if you can start is just create 2 or 3 examples of the data set so that Missy can like of course we're all gonna work together, but I think if Missy has 2 or 3 examples,
That'd
he
be
can work
perfect.
we can work better on the so let me just
Yeah,
do
you can
this.
exercise the judge, right? Mhm.
Well, let me just wait to And this assign. Where are you?
And it will be yet another pipeline for our one-click evaluations.
Mm-hmm. Like hopefully we won't be needing to run this manually, right? This will just this assign. Just wait, didn't I assign this to you?
Yeah,
Why
this will
didn't
be
I
really nice, like delegating the. Sorry, Missy, it's like this topic is carrying over from the previous meeting.
Mhm.
We're talking about that China has this
Nope.
one-click evaluations, right? And we're training for custom models. So once we do this, yeah, it frees ourselves way more, like to even improve the evaluation pipeline, right? Because we don't
Nice.
get so busy of running all these evaluations. Like so with custom models, we have too many permutations.
So instead of
Yeah.
doing it manually each time to test things, it would just automatically run in every pipeline.
Yeah. So or not manually, like we manually trigger from a merge
Mm,
request, for example. And then
gotcha.
it runs the pipeline. I don't have to have it running on my machine and blocking my development.
Mhm.
Because sometimes I want to like iterate on AI gateway, but I can't because an evaluation is running. So this is assigned to me. Assign yourself. Okay. So I think this is okay. Now refactor judge functionality, and with this and the other, we will be good. And this is a wait one. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Perfect. Okay. So any other concerns or questions, ideas, improvements?
It will
Not
come.
yet. Yeah, I
It will
think
come.
once we start.
It will come. Okay. So yeah, hope this is nice. It was a quick sync just so that we decide this. And then we can move on to actual problems. And then the next sync, hopefully, we'll have problems to discuss. Cool.
Awesome.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you all
you.
for joining. Have a good one.
Bye.
See you.